Sit down, please.
He stole something from me and
It's
he
the
called
rubber thing. You can't get it
Someone
off
thought it was
the
real.
pencil.
Oh,
Okay, just give me
No,
the
it's
pencil.
my pencil.
Noah.
Okay, everybody stop talking and sit down, please. And we're gonna start the lesson. I don't wanna see that again. So simplifying expressions, this is a brand new unit. It's gonna be going on to a brand new quarter, second quarter. So we're gonna talk about what an expression is. And at the top it says Mrs. Thornberry wrote 3 examples of expressions on the board as shown. Using the examples, I want you to think about what makes something a mathematical expression. So if you look at those 3 examples in the box, they all have one thing in common, and they don't have what? Something we usually see. Logan?
Exponent.
Well, they don't have an exponent. What else do they not have?
What'd you say, Cameron?
What else do they not have, you guys?
Letters. Oh, well.
Letters.
What about an equal sign? Do you see an equal sign?
No.
No, you wouldn't.
So an expression is like a mathematical statement. It does not have an equal sign. So we are just going to be combining the like terms. We're not solving these. And the first part of this lesson is basically vocabulary. So I want you all to write these down. An expression is a mathematical phrase that can contain numbers. So numbers. Variables. What's a variable?
I don't know.
Play away now.
The letters?
okay? The letters, right. Good, Elijah. And operators. An operator is something like addition or subtraction. It will not have an equal sign.
Wait, is that pointing towards us?
It's pointing to the board.
Thank you.
It's not pointing towards any of you.
Yes.
So now we're going to talk about a term. A term is a constant or a variable in an expression. Who remembers what a constant is from last year? If the variable is a letter, what's a constant, Logan?
The number.
The number, good. And the term is separated by plus and minus signs. So remember in expressions, plus and minus simply means positive and negative. They mean the same things. Does anyone remember what the coefficient is from last year?
Nope. The negative number.
No, it's the number in front of a variable.
I knew that.
So if we look up at the top here, 30a, 30 is the coefficient. The number in front of the variable. Like terms, this is very important. So like terms must have both the same base or variable and the same exponent or power. So like terms would be numbers that both have x with them, or just your plain numbers, like negative 25 and 25 would be like terms.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
So let's look at, you need to be writing this, please. Let's look at number 1. We're going to practice some examples. So we're going to give an example of an expression with 4 terms. So an expression, again, doesn't have an equal sign. 4 terms could be something like 8x plus 2 minus 9y
So you can make them up if you want.
6z. We're not adding them up there because they're all different terms.
No, I mean making them up. Like.
Yeah, we're making it up. So I want you to look what the terms are here. This is an expression. There's no equal sign. This is a term 8x plus 2 is a term, minus 9y is a term, and plus 6z is a term. None of them are alike because they have different variables. or that it's just a number. So we can't combine anything in that expression. Can anybody think of an expression with two terms that we can write?
No.
Logan, what do you think?
With two terms?
Yeah, so anything with a variable or just a number.
So it can just be one number by itself,
Yeah, that's a term.
and it has to be two of those.
Yeah,
So, like, could it be 8x plus 7?
yeah, that's an expression with two terms. 8x is a term, plus 7 is a
Wait,
term.
can you make up any letters that you want to use?
Well, in this case we can, because we're just coming up with some, we're being creative. So, can anybody give me an expression with three terms? Someone else that I haven't heard from yet. Keelan?
700x
700x.
plus, or we're doing three terms, right?
Yep,
Plus 27
yep.
minus 1.
Perfect. That's
Good job,
three
Cameron.
terms.
Clap.
Good. No, we don't need to clap, okay? So 700x is a term, plus 27 is a term, minus 1 is a term. Do you guys, that was a good example, Cameron. Do you guys see any like terms, any that we could combine there
No.
of Cameron's?
No.
We have an x, I don't see any more x's, but what about 27 and minus 1?
Oh, yep.
Those can combine, and what's 27 minus 1?
26.
So that would be 26 if we combine
Good job,
like
Cameron.
terms.
Did you plan that out?
Yep.
Okay, so number 2, list all the terms in the expression below. So, one term would be 6x. Another term would be minus 10y.
Yep.
Can somebody tell me another term? Logan?
Plus 5z.
Plus 5z, and I'm glad that you included the operator. That's very, very important to include the plus or
Thank
minus
you.
sign. What's the last term in that expression, Chris?
Plus 13.
Plus
Well, I wonder
13.
what.
Very good.
I wondered.
So,
Chris is-
in number 3, we're going to list the coefficients in the expression below. So, if we look up at our vocabulary section, the coefficient is the number in front of a variable. So, who can tell me a coefficient in number 3?
Me.
Okay, what's one, Logan?
Minus 7x.
Just negative 7, because we're not
Oh.
including the variable.
I
You
meant
can
to
tell me
say that.
another one, Dustin.
Cameron messed me up.
Minus 2?
Minus 2. You can tell me one more, Chris.
14.
14. Does that make sense, everybody? Settle down.
Yep, sorry.
Any questions, guys?
Nope.
Hannah, put that away because you're not writing. Okay, so number 4, give an example of a like term. So if we have
Minus
14 and we have the variable y, a like term has to be a number that includes the variable y.
1. Minus 1y.
Yep, negative
Told you.
negative 1y, which would just be negative y.
Cameron's all trying to be the main character.
Can anyone think of another one? Logan? Put the
Negative.
goat cheese away, boys.
Well, positive 8. Do I have to have the same letter?
Yep.
Why?
8y. Yep, good. Now for letter B, we have negative 9b. What's a like term for that? Something that includes the variable b. Chris?
Negative 30b.
Negative 30b. I'm gonna ask someone I haven't heard from yet. Elijah, what's a like term for b?
Negative 20B.
Negative 20b. Okay, now for C, we have the number 200, and that's a constant. So, what's a like term for that? Someone I haven't heard from yet. Cameron,
What?
have I heard from you?
No.
Yeah.
You've heard from him like 4 different
No,
times.
no,
Okay,
you haven't.
Cameron, what's a like term for 200?
Plus 1 million,
I'm not gonna write out the whole number 1 million,
Oh,
but
1 billion.
any number.
137.
137. Okay, Tina, what's another like term for 200? Any number.
2,
You're not him.
5. Yes.
Think of one. Dustin?
5.
5.
5.
And what about a negative number? What about negative 2? Yeah, negative numbers work too.
Negative 400 billion, 700 billion,
How come it can be any?
436,472.
Because we can combine any numbers. You guys have been adding and subtracting numbers since you were little.
I actually just started
It's
doing
the
that
same
in
with
the
this.
last grid.
The only thing when we have like terms, you have to, you can only combine terms that have the same variable or that are numbers. And then our last example D, we have an exponent h squared. So we need to have the same base and the same power. So, the same base, just like you did in our last unit. So if we have h to the third power, you can combine those. Or what's another example of something that could be, Logan?
H to the 10th power.
H to the 10th, yep, so any of those.
But it's better when you use bigger numbers because then people know that you can use any number really.
True.
Like
yeah.
if someone just started coming into this classroom and didn't know what to do,
Mhm.
if you used a big number and a little number, then they would know that you can use any number.
Yeah, that's good, that's a good. Woo!
Good job,
example.
Logan.
Party pants.
So number
No.
5,
Clap.
I want you guys to listen. Listen, eyes up here, please. Okay, so number 5 says circle the letter of any card that gives an example of like terms. So this is what you guys are gonna do this at your table group, and then when you're done, just put your hand up so I know. So you're circling,
Can Logan and Cameron come with me?
no, you're circling the letter of the cards that show like terms. I'll tell you there are 3.
Weird.
I've already forgotten what a like term is.
Same variable, or just a number, or an exponent with a like base.
What table group am I supposed to work with?
You can do it on your own.
Am I doing Logan?
I'm not even smart. I'm not even smart, am I?
You're very chatty today,
We're
so.
We're really good.
Guys, put the mochis away, please.
Yeah, put the emojis away.
Give me
Oh my, I'm being good with mine. You didn't even
Do
know
I
about it.
hear
You're
all of
not
them or just
causing
one?
a distraction with yours.
Would it be 2 million?
Give it
What?
back.
Is it like the one
Give it
above
back,
it?
back, or you
Yeah,
wanna have,
so
like, this
circle
note
circle the 3 that have like terms,
There's multiple.
okay?
I'm done.
Oh, it'd be B, C, and E.
Okay, so who can give me one card that has like terms? Row. A. And those are because they both have the variable C. Who can give me a second card? Parker? D. Good. And that's because the exponents have the same base. And who has the last one?
Is it E?
It is E. Good job, Carol. And that's
Hey, I was
because those
close
are
enough.
both numbers. Or
Yeah, you didn't sound
constants.
very confident.
Okay, so any questions on the first page, guys?
No.
Let's flip over to the back where we're gonna actually simplify some expressions. And in our little gray box, we're gonna talk about the steps. So the first step is we can simplify algebraic expressions by combining like terms. Or maybe these aren't steps, but it's a description. And be careful when you are combining like terms to check the sign that is in front of the term. So like I said before, positive, and who are you communicating with in the hall?
I have no idea.
Okay. Like I said before, positive and negative in adding and subtracting are interchangeable. They do the same.
I don't even know what this was. They were asking for Zemro though. They said that Zemro had their phone.
Okay, so eyes up
I
here.
got my phone, so.
We're gonna practice this now with food. So a group of friends went to the movies and bought the tickets T, drinks D, and popcorn P shown. Flip your paper over, please. Use the given variables to write an expression representing the individual items purchased. So we have one popcorn here, so we have P plus, eyes up here, plus D, there's another drink, plus a ticket, plus T, and then we have another popcorn drink and ticket. So plus P plus D plus T. And then we have another popcorn drink and ticket. Plus P, plus D, plus T. So now we're going to simplify that expression by combining like terms. So how many P's do we have? How many popcorns? We have 1, 2, 3. No. So we
That's
have
what that person was
P
asking me to go do.
plus P
You make zero.
plus P. So we have 3 P's. 3 P's. Does everyone see that?
Yep.
Now, how many drinks do we have? 1, 2, 3. So plus D, plus D, plus D. That's 3 drinks. Plus 3D. How many tickets? Oh, 3. Good. We have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So plus T, plus T, plus T. So we're gonna write it plus 3T. So see, isn't it easier to write the expression this way rather than all this? If you went to the drive-thru at McDonald's and you said, I want 1 cheeseburger, 1 drink, and 1 fry, and 1 cheeseburger, 2 fries, and 1 drink, and I want 2 cheeseburgers and 3 fries and 3 drinks. Wouldn't it be easier to simplify it and say, I want 8 cheeseburgers, 8 fries, and 8 Diet Cokes?
Dang.
So that's just an example of how you can simplify a long expression like this and make it easier to read. So we're going to practice this down below, and I'm going to do number 7 with you. We're skipping 6 for the moment. So number 7, negative K, what would that number be with negative K? Then, Logan, what do you think? If you just have the variable, then
47.
no, if you just have a variable, it represents 1. So it would be negative 1K plus 16 minus 12K. So I'm going to box in my like terms. We have negative K, negative 12K. If I combine them, negative 12 plus negative 1 is negative 13K. Are there any like terms for a positive 16?
No.
No, so we're just going to write plus 16, and that is that expression simplified. That's all you do.
We're doing one by ourselves now.
Can we do
did it last year. Yeah, but in 8th grade it's more.
Can we do
It
this with
seems
partners?
tougher.
It is tougher in 8th grade.
Can we do the rest of these with partners?
No.
Please.
I'm gonna have you guys do number 6 though, right now.
Please.
Can we do our homework in partners?
Nope. I want you guys to do number 6, and then when you finish it, put your hand up so I know you're done. Elijah, you done? Okay, don't say the
How?
answer.
Cause it's easy.
It literally is so easy.
Remember,
It
look
literally
for the
is.
same variable
Dustin, you
and
don't-
combine them.
What's name?
You just said it was so easy.
If you guys can be good and not talk and disrupt each other, then I may let you do the rest together.
Carvin,
With partners?
I'm done number 6.
Okay,
I was about to go.
no, not yet. After the lesson you can, okay?
Holy, that's a long time.
It won't be that long if I don't get interrupted.
18R.
Is anyone still working on number 6?
No.
Who would like to answer?
Me.
Okay, Zebra, what's your
18R
answer?
plus 2N.
18R plus 2N, good.
That's what I had.
Did anybody have 2N plus 18R? Because that's correct too. Sometimes they'll be in different order and that's okay. Let's do number 8 together. We have, so first of all, who can tell me one set of like terms for number 8? Logan, just one set.
19G and 6G.
Yeah, so I'm gonna include the plus sign with the 19G because it's positive and include the plus sign with 6G. So combine those and we get 26G. You can tell me another set
No, it's
of
25G.
19 plus 6?
Yeah.
It is 25, yeah. Oh, Hannah. Or no, not quite because the 10's negative. Who can tell me the next set of like terms?
Me.
Somebody else who hasn't spoken yet. Vanessa, what about you? What's the next set of like terms there?
Can I?
7N
Yep.
plus 10, or minus.
Minus 10M, good. So if we have 7 minus 10, is our M gonna be a negative number or positive?
Cambia.
Negative. 7 minus 10 is negative 3. Yeah, that's right, Hannah, good. So negative 3M plus 25G. You could also have that written as 25G minus 3M. They both are the same, they're both equivalent.
How's that?
I can feel my heart beating.
As long as you can see that the 25 is positive and the 3M is negative, so you can write it like this, or you can write it as 25G minus 3M. They mean the same thing. Let's try, let's try 9. What are my like terms with number 9?
All three of them.
Yes, they all have the variable b. So if I can pick out any two that combine easily, like negative 18.7b and negative 0.3b, I know those would combine to make a whole number. Put the elastic away.
Me?
Yes, you. Those would combine to make a whole number. It would be negative 19b, right? What's negative 19 plus 4? Logan?
Negative 15B.
Yeah, negative 15b. How, do you guys feel good about that?
Yes.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Do the rest by ourselves.
How about, we'll look at the bottom two here, because number 12, we're gonna simplify an expression for the perimeter of that rectangle. What's perimeter? You guys know this, because we've done it before. Chris, because your eyes were closed. What's perimeter?
It's the perimeter.
What is it? Parker, do you know?
No.
I
The
know.
perimeter.
I know.
I know what it is, but it's hard to explain.
It's a distance around the square.
The distance around, yeah, so all 4 sides added up is perimeter. So eyes up on the board, guys. If I'm gonna find the perimeter of this rectangle, I'm gonna write out that expression as 17.4x minus 0.8. And if I know that's what this side is. This side is the same, so I'm gonna add another one of those. So plus 17.4x minus 0.8. And then I'm gonna add 6x. What's this side gonna measure?
6x.
6x. So I'm gonna add those in there too.
I don't think that's very healthy.
So that's a long expression, but that's okay. We are gonna combine the terms, yes. Not
No.
until after the lesson and after your cousin goes, because he
Yeah.
asked first. I'm almost done, okay? So combine your x's. We have 17.4x
Those
and
just targeted at me.
17.4x,
Logan, you saw that, right?
positive 6x, and positive 6x.
No.
Listen. Eyes up here. Eyes up here, not on each other.
Sorry. I
So,
skipped that.
if I'm combining all of these x's that I boxed in, you could use a calculator for this on your homework, but I'm gonna get 46.8x.
Wait, so if you have two of the same, like 17.4, could you just put 17.4 times 2 and it would get the same thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can. And then my next set of like terms are just the negative numbers here. We have negative 8/10 minus 8/10, and that is gonna be negative 1.6. So that's our answer right there, okay? That's how we simplify this whole thing, and this is our perimeter.
Okay, I'll do the next one. Darcy's son fly the expression as shown below. Explain Darcy's mistakes. Give the correct simplified expression.
Okay?
So,
I didn't even hear you say yes, you could do it.
He can do it if he wants to. Yeah.
I'll try. So,
Anytime you guys wanna attempt a problem, I'm all for it.
I want to attempt all of them.
I don't.
This one's confusing.
So let's listen to Zemro.
he messed up on the plus 8 plus 14n part.
Plus 8, so he combined the 8 and an M.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yep,
You can't do
he
that.
did. He combined the 8 with the M values, and those are not like terms. Very good, Zemro, for figuring that out. Yeah, so this would be the original, and this is his simplified version. Or hers, Darcy, that's a girl. So, yeah, so she combined the 8 with the M values, and they're not like terms, and you can't do that.
Oh, can I use the
Do
bathroom?
you guys have any questions?
No.
No,
Can
okay.
we
You can use the bathroom, and then Parker, you can go when he comes back.
I don't
Can we
think
work
I
in
have
part-
to look. When I lean back, I can see my
I'm
heart
going
beating.
after Parker.
So this is your assignment, and you're just going to combine like terms.
I don't see it.
Down at the
Oh, I can
bottom,
see it.
eyes up here. Why are you looking at Elijah? What do you
Because
have,
when I
Elijah?
lean back, I can see my heart beating like through my sweatshirt.
Oh,
I don't think that's normal.
It's not.
You got
Okay.
diabetes.
Yeah,
So-
you know that.
so this is your homework due tomorrow. Combine the like terms down below. You have an answer bank, and so some of these are not going to be used. And there's a riddle. If you solve the riddle, you can get a sticker. Okay?
Can we work with partners?
No, I want you to do it on your own.
I thought you said we could work together.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I can't feel it.
not on the homework. I was talking about on that.
Oh.
If you want to finish the handout, you can. But
No.
for homework, I want you to do it alone.
We can know what partners are on the handout.
Oh.
Can we talk while we're doing it?
Elijah's dying.
You can discuss
He's
some
dying.
things. if
So
you
can I go
want,
move
but-
over towards Logan?
No. Why?
I'll make the
Fine.
fuss.
Come on, Dustin.
I will haunt you until the rest of
Elijah.
eternity.
What was
I will haunt your ghost.
I'll take the elastic.
What?
I'll take the elastic.
What?
Where did it go? Did it hit
Wow.
the
I didn't shoot the elastic.
Okay.
It was
I haven't
Do you
shot
remember when
it.
you were out there with Run Class?